What's happening, folks? It's your guy Rashad. Action Sports Bar and Grill, Action Food Truck with another day in the life of a food truck owner. If you like, let me know. Subscribe, leave me a review, stop by the bar, the food truck, check out our socials. All that's helpful. I appreciate it. Today's video is a vlog. So this is my disclaimer. If you're expecting the food truck action and to see our delicious bomb-ass food, that is not this video. This video is actually 4 vlogs combined into one. So if you're looking for the fast-paced action of the truck, this is not it. This is the behind-the-scenes thought process that goes into deciding whether or not we're going to expand the brand or how we're going to expand the brand. Some of the behind-the-scenes conversations that, from the owner's perspective, that go into a possible expansion. So if you want to hear me talk and fall asleep, this is your video. But if you want to see some food truck action, skip ahead to the next one. Instead of having 4 separate 10-minute videos, parts 1, 2, 3, and 4, to walk you through how we arrived at the decision, let's just put it all in one, and y'all can get the completion in one video. So these are 4 separate days, all combined into one, behind the question of, are we going to expand to a second brick and mortar location? So stick around to the end of the video to get a walkthrough of the potential location and to see what we decided. Along for the ride. You can only see me right now. Can't see Mama, but she over here. If you want to say hey, Mama.
Hello.
Hello. She over here. So we're gonna make this push, and we'll see what it's about. We'll see what it's about. We're gonna hang out for a little bit, have some lunch,
Down there?
shoot some pool. Oh yeah, we're gonna hang out at the spot for a couple hours.
Okay.
I haven't even included Mama in. She said she's just a passenger along for the ride.
I'm just for the ride.
And I love that when somebody just hop in the passenger side and say, let's just go. They don't need all the details. Let's just go. Yeah. I take Mama because this is another fantastic person to, bounce ideas off, and is super level-headed and knows me better than anybody, and is my first #1 cheerleader. So for all those reasons, I'm blessed to be able to take somebody with me who knows me well enough to be able to actually give me some advice I can use. So
Next time people can see it.
yeah, sure can. I'm gonna go with this matchup. Go good. Looks like this. Okay.
And they got, it's a house associated with it? Apartment? No.
I think their upstairs is rented by somebody else. I think what we're looking for is just downstairs. So, hold on, let me just scope out the site while I'm here. Okay.
Nice view. Didn't take you too long to get here. I bet on the weekdays it's pretty busy. Live entertainment.
I would like to put the, okay.
Live entertainment? What kind of live entertainment?
They have it inside. Gastro Pub. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, let's see what we got here. All right. We're gonna take a look inside and see what it's about. Like the view. It's beautiful out here. So
It is gorgeous. I bet in the summertime it's beautiful.
let's see what it's about. It's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Just finished lunch. I got a couple of notes. So lunch was good. Not as good a food as Maddie's, but I'm not mad at that. Looks to be the right kind of vibe in there, the right kind of energy. I'm intrigued. So I'm gonna go ahead and get back with my agent. We'll talk to the listing agent, and we'll set up a proper tour, so we can really look around and see what what it's got to offer. It is, we're out here a little bit, you know, we're not like super duper far away from my bar and the crib, but we're also not super close. I like the deck, I like the outdoor area. It has a lot of things to offer that my place doesn't. It's just, you know, like they always say about location, there's some things that I'm never gonna be able to add an outdoor patio with the deck, but I got tons of ideas to sell stuff on outdoor patios and decks. So kind of limited at what we can do in our location now, which is fine. Everything has its limitations and its benefits. You have to take advantage of what you can, and so it just gets my brain racing, thinking about the possibilities in a spot like this. So yeah, it's different. We'll see what Mama thinks. We're gonna give it like another hour or two, and then we'll get out of here before it gets too crazy. I was thinking about 5 we'll get out of here, so about 3 more hours actually. We're gonna put in a shift until Mama's tired, and then we'll get out of here. But I want to see as much of the flow of the day as I can, and just to get an idea. So, all right, that's it. That's what it is. We'll see y'all in a minute. I'll come back and do another smoke break / update. See what kind of people come peeling in here. It is in a weird spot right off the freeway. You're going from like 60 miles an hour down to like 20 in like 5 seconds. It's like, and go. So that's a bit of a thing, but you know, can't change where you're at. If it's your first time in here, you might fly by it. At like 65 miles an hour, but all right. But it was good. Well, what was your favorite part, Mom?
Was the panel.
The wood paneling?
I like that. You ain't got not a lot of upkeep. They can clean it easily. They don't have to repaint it. Also, I like the way the electrical was set up. Can't you cover those up though? Yeah. Like they did some
covers over them.
It looked like they did some updating on that electricals.
Yeah, looked like it was plenty of outlets everywhere. Huh?
Yeah. And they painted all that black down there. Looked like they've done some work there. Now the bathrooms.
I thought the bar's in pretty good shape.
Yeah.
I think it is open already for business, which makes it a lot easier than trying to purchase a location that has nothing going right now. It's better when it has at least even a little heartbeat. So I liked it. So that was step 1 to see if we would even like it. So now
and the personnel really, they got a nice vibe in there. People are really nice.
The staff we came across, I think we met 4 different staff members, and they were all cool. Both of the owners looked like they were throughout the day popping in and out. So it looks like it's not absentee owners, at least. These guys look like they're putting in some sweat equity. So yeah, I don't know. I just don't know. I definitely will schedule a tour and go back and look at it to get a full view of what the facility looks like. And obviously once, you know, we get into the P&L and get into the numbers, that will obviously tell me a lot more too. But for a first date, went pretty good.
Yeah,
pretty good first date.
Sure was.
You know, we're here. It's your guy Rashad at Action Sports Bar and Grill, and today I'm up early, heading out the door with Jill, our business consultant / GM / restaurant consultant, and we're gonna go take a look at a possible second location today. There's an NDA going on right now, so I can't talk about it in real life, but you know, if this goes well, then in 8 months' time, I can go ahead and release this, and it'll be like some behind-the-scenes shit. So we're gonna go down and check out a spot and see if it's got the potential to be location number 2 for Action Sports Bar and grill, which would be great. So then we'd have 2 kitchens to go with the 2 trucks and just make everything a lot easier. Plus it gives us a chance to grow and do more. So we're gonna see. Dressing for the job I want, and so I got out of sweats and my thermals and a carriage shirt and decided to throw on a little I have enough money to buy this place type of look. I go in there with my big weed leaf sweatshirt on and sweats. They're gonna be like, this motherfucker ain't got no money to be buying no damn bar. So we'll avoid that because, you know, people's impressions. I love being able to wear whatever I want, but, you know, sometimes you got to dress for the job you want. So anyways, we getting ready. Let's make it happen. Y'all coming with. You and you. You and you. You guys are making the house stink. Making my room stink. I don't like it. I don't like it. I have to go do the carpets now. Thanks, guys.
That's nice to eat, baby. Some breeze, dark out.
I was hoping that it would be a little bit of view, a little bit of sun, to get an idea of what it would be like on a sunny day.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see. I'm not locked in one way or the other, but it's an opportunity. And the whole thing is getting ready for opportunities, because they don't usually stick around forever. Opportunity is a haughty goddess, like my old ass book be talking about. Shouldn't waste time, motherfuckers who ain't ready. It's like, oh, you're not ready? Alright, I'm out. It's like a hot piece of ass. And if the opportunity looks good, then shit, I'm ready to make a jump. If it doesn't, then I'll know a lot more in 3 hours than I do now, and I can just be on to waiting for the next one, because another one's going to show up. If it's not this one, another opportunity will show up. It doesn't absolutely have to be this one.
Oh, 10 minutes early even. So these are apartments.
I don't know. We'll get some better answers on that today.
10 meal bucks over there, 8 meal bucks. Are we the first?
No, I think Donato's truck is right there.
Oh, okay. There.
Yeah, that's where a lot of people park, I think. All right, let's go see what it's about. Well, that was good. That was informative. It looks like it'll be an interesting opportunity. So we're going to take the next step and do some further investigation. But after touring the property, you know, it could work. We'll have to get some questions answered and, you know, do some due diligence. But I'm very fortunate to have a professional agent I'm working with, and he's on his shit. So I know that he will be thorough and get us all the info we need. I know that we'll be thorough and have 78,000 questions for him to get answered. But it is, like I said, I think it's a cool opportunity. It could really work out. It is a weird location, a little bit, kind of a little treacherous turn right off the highway, but it's got really cool views. Well, I definitely think it's worth taking the next steps. Here's what I love about it. Okay, wait, you go first. Tell me what you hated about it.
The location.
The location. coming right off of that road.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Second thing, because I knew that was going to be number one. What else do you hate about it?
I don't really hate anything about it. I think the space is good, and I think it does have more potential than what they're doing, and but yeah, really just the location for me. I don't hate anything else about it. About you?
I don't hate anything about it.
Yeah.
I don't. The location for me is a push. I can't call it yet because I think that having such a high number of cars driving by your location every fucking day is good. Carriage is tucked back in the corner. I know tons of people who've driven by Carriage, never knew it was fucking back there.
Yeah.
I was one of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's super easy to miss. It's off of the street. It's inside of the mall, the little strip mall there. So I think that in some ways, this place's location is better than Carriage. So it's kind of a push for me right now. I don't know really what to call it yet because, it's just a little early. So I guess I would call it even. But there are a lot of things I love about it. The view being number one. The view is amazing. The outdoor area, to be able to have an outdoor area with a view, to be able to turn up some of the slower quarters, like, summer is not great at Carriage. It was better this summer because we had the food truck, but on its own, summer is a slow quarter for Carriage because people are outdoors. And to be able to offer an outdoor dining option, drinking option for people, taking advantage of those late nights and having a beer garden or drinking out there, I think it's, huge. I think it's huge. I love the amount of kitchen space. I love the wood-fired oven. I love the storage space under that back storage space they had that ran the length down there. I love that it doesn't need much cosmetically to be open and running right now. It needs a serious deep clean, but cosmetically it looks good enough to just keep business rolling. So I take the most critical look in these kind of situations. I try to take the most critical look at the prospective purchase as possible. Catch every wart that I can see and not get enamored with all the stuff that I like. A lot of good stuff for sure, but old equipment and, older building, got some leaks and, looks like in the foundation, some issues with the deck. I mean, there are a number of things that aren't perfect. So I'm glad to be able to see that, because you don't want to have rose-colored glasses on when you're putting this kind of investment, putting this kind of capital into an investment. You want to have a sober look at it. So really good to have Jill's set of eyes on it too, because she's got a slightly different vantage point coming from, and then you kind of get a better field of vision on what's really happening. I think if you can take an honest, hard look at it through the eyes of people who know what they're looking for and know the business pretty well. So very good, very happy about it. We're going to take the next step and see about getting some stuff cataloged so that we can make a better estimate for an offer. You are looking for a deal. I'm trying to make a deal where everybody can win a little bit. I'm not going to come so aggressive with an offer that it blows them out of the water or blows the whole deal up. But, you know, there is a risk in taking this kind of business purchase because it has been a not successful business like for a couple of years now. So we're banking that we can turn its fortunes around and that our concept is strong enough to turn it into a profitable spot. So I think it's trending in the right direction now with the last owner, and I think that it's pretty well set up for what we like to do. So I don't know, I feel pretty good about it. It feels like I said, I was telling Jill on the way back, it feels like it has the potential. It feels kind of how Carriage felt in like 2014, 10 years ago. You know, like it was ripe for some growth. Same way that 2020 and 2021, that this was something that had a lot of potential and could be a successful bar. So seeing the similarities and the type of concept that we have, and I think that would work in this neck of the woods. So yeah, interesting day. It is now 10, so I got to get to my bar and get it open and set up for work. So I'm going to get out of these clothes. We've got a service today on the truck, our first in probably 3 weeks. So I will get to the bar, go grab the truck, make sure we are all gassed and propaned up. We'll start our load in about 2 hours and then do a dinner service out in Black Diamond tonight. So I had one hat on this morning looking for growth and trying to expand the brand and doing the, operator stuff. And now I get to do food truck stuff. And, it's kind of the cool thing about the gig is that it's always different and always changing. So I'm going to quit talking to y'all and go change and get my ass up to the bar and see what the rest of this day's got.
No, I wouldn't be right either.
Okay, so far I've cut a couple of videos talking about a possible acquisition and an expansion of the bar. I've been looking at a different location. It's in a different county. Went down there and checked it out one day by myself, went out another day, checked it out with my mom, went out a third time, brought Jill with me, and I liked it. So then I was like, okay, let's make an offer. The last video I cut, we had just made the offer and we'd been countering back and forth for probably 5 days, about there, 5 days of back and forth. And I sent a final offer on Sunday, which was, what's today, Tuesday? So yeah, 3 days ago, I sent the final offer. Yesterday, which was Monday, the offer was accepted. And then today is officially my first day under contract for that new location. So crazy. There's an NDA, like I said, so obviously I'm not going to say anything about it, even though by the time I drop this, hopefully that new location will have been up and being profitable for a couple of months by then. But yeah, it's fucking crazy. It's crazy. It is quite the risk. The business has been about 4 or 5 different bars in the last 5 or 6 years, which isn't good. That's not really a number you like, more stability. There have been some issues with, its location has been a negative for some of the previous owners of the business. It's not a slam dunk. That's what I'm saying. This is by far the riskiest thing I've done so far in business ownership. Maybe the first bar, getting Carriage initially, was kind of risky, but I had been working there in managing for like 5 years prior to taking over, so I felt really good about where that bar was. I knew exactly where it was. I knew where it was trending. I knew where it had been. So I knew a lot about that bar before going into it. So it wasn't as risky for me because I had already worked there. I think this is probably riskier because I don't know this area. This is not my neck of the woods. I went to school where my current bar is located. I know this area. I know the high schools. I know some of the people in this area. I grew up closely around here. This other spot is like 25 minutes away, and it's much more rural. That word is funny to me. But it's deep, right? You know, it's a little bit more in the sticks, and the demographics are different, if you feel what I'm saying. So hopefully, you know, they're welcoming to a more diverse ownership group. I'll say it coded, I guess. But it's out there ways, and it was expensive. It took wiped all of my savings, that little savings I had recouped since I've started ownership, took all of that. Had to dip into my kids' college fund a little bit for it. He of course, he is close to college age, so I laid it out for him flat like a business owner would, and he understands that he's now a percentage owner in the whole thing we have going, so he'll get a bigger dividend check than he already gets at the end of the year. So it's an investment, and he understands it as an investment and sees it that way. But I still had to peel him for that, because I was like, yo, son, all hands in. This is like everything we do, it's family oriented, and it's, it's an all in kind of proposition. So yeah, I'm broke as fuck again. I got a couple of credit cards to my name right now, but fortunately right now I have a couple of profitable businesses that can hopefully help refill those coffers soon. But my mom was asking me, why take the risk? You're already comfortable, you got a bar that's doing good, you already risked that, you've only had it for 5 years, it seems like it's going pretty good. And my answer is, why the fuck not? Man, no risk, no reward, nothing ventured, nothing gained. I've had my eyes on expansion since the day I opened. I've always been growth mindset and growth oriented, and so why not? If we can do it with one, and we're doing the things that we want to do out of it, and it's supporting my family and the families of everybody I work with, and it's helping do, and it's being able to support us, and we're being able to do the feeding ministry, and we're able to grow and do some kind of cool stuff in our community. Why not try to double our efforts, man? It's just like, why get the second food truck? Well, why not, man? If everything we can do in one truck, let's try to do that with two. Let's go to 2 places and sell on the same day. Let's go to 2 places and do a feeding ministry on the same day. Why not have 2 locations open in 2 different counties on the same day to try to generate sales and increase the brand, So I'm doing okay. All things considered, I usually sleep pretty good at night, and I usually trust my decision-making process. And, this went through the mill. There are a couple things they say in real estate you can't change, and one of them is location. And that would probably be my favorite thing I like about this spot, which is interesting because it has been problematic for people who've been in it before because they said they didn't like the location. And I think that's just how you look at stuff, perspective. Time will tell, and I could get in this place and 6 months from now I might be like, this is the worst fucking location ever. But I think there's big upside there, and it has a beautiful deck and a view, 2 things that our current location in Kent will never have. We'll never have outdoor dining. We'll never have scenic views of sunset where we're at. It's just never going to happen. And to have this opportunity at this place, I think is just really unique. Yeah, things move fast. So today I am thick into the application process. In our state, in our counties, none of these licenses or permits can be transferred. So not liquor, not gambling, not food. So all those processes have to be restarted. Your city business license, your state license, obviously, all of those have to be new. So we're putting all that together, which is, forming a new LLC and all the things that go along with it. So all in all, about 30 days from now, I'll probably have the keys to the new location, which is fucking crazy because my punch list of things I have to do before then is long. It's long, but we're going to get started tomorrow. When we go down there, I'll take part of the leadership team with me down there, which will be our general manager, Jill, and our facilities manager, Jamar, will both come with me tomorrow. And then they will both focus on their areas within the business. And we'll spend about 4 hours down there tomorrow putting together our list. So tomorrow we'll have a punch list for all the things that we want to do. Any areas that need to be repainted, any hinges that are broken, anything that needs to be cleared out, anything that needs to be moved, what he thinks for storage. He's going to look at the structure, go around, kick the tires, make sure everything is good there. Jill will use her expertise and go through the POS system and the gaming system and get a chance to look at gambling and some sales numbers. I will kind of QB the whole thing and be there doing inventory as well too, just so I can see where we're at. So that's just tomorrow. Every day is pretty much going to look like that, of something that we're all going to be crossing off our list until we open. So yeah, I figured I'd turn on the camera because I don't know when I'm going to have a bunch of time to do these. So I think I'm just going to turn them on and tell y'all what I'm doing when I can, because I think once we get that second place open, it's gonna be crazy. So we'll see how number 2 goes. It's crazy. I could be, by the time I play this, release this, hell, the business could have went out of business by then. This is not the most stable of businesses. 66% closed in the first 5 years. So technically, I'm already statistically beating the stats. The statistic unlikelihood is already happening by me having carriage rolling still. And so then to try to do it again is kind of crazy. But like I said, scared money's no money, man. That's how it goes. What, are you going to sit on it and wait forever? I've been looking for an opportunity since 2020. Had one lined up and taken from me, and so that sucked. And since that time, I've still been looking and looking and looking. Can't find anything, let's buy a food truck. Still can't find anything, hell, let's get another food truck. Let's keep expanding where we can if we can't find exactly what we're looking for, because when what we're looking for is gonna show up eventually. And that's why I pulled the trigger on this, is because I was looking for something and this thing checked a lot of the boxes. So I feel pretty good about it. Not trying to talk myself into it. I'm letting y'all know that if you make a decision like this, you might as well ride with it. And you might as well feel good about it, even if nobody else does. Because I'm going to do my part. I'm going to show up ready to fucking rock and roll every day. No complaining, no bitching. I'll be there. I'll be present. And, Lord willing, it turns into another success. And 5 years from now, I might be looking for the 3rd bar. Who knows? But in any event, that is today. I'm going to get back to it. I got a lot of paperwork to fill out here, so I'm going to do that, get all of those applications done. When I'm done with that, I got to meet our newly minted bar manager. In 40 minutes, I have to meet her up at the bar. We promoted Nori, who's been a long time killer bartender there for us. We promoted her to bar manager. So she's the head lady in charge amongst all of the hourly staff there, which will be great because, a month from now, she's going to have a lot more responsibility there, and I'm going to really be leaving these guys to do their jobs. Nori has got the perfect temperament for it. Her husband is a back-of-the-house specialist who also works for us. I think that these two are the type of dynamic group and kind of power couple that, hell, they could be running these bars in a couple of years if they wanted to, or have their own. That's the kind of skill set they both have. So super excited about that. Main thing is we're under contract. So that's what this one's about. Fuck, we're under contract, man. We're my first time. Well, I guess not my first time, but it's weird. The negotiating back and forth. I didn't do any of that when I bought my first business. I just overpaid like a fucking novice idiot because I trusted someone that I thought I could trust, and you know, that's how you wind up overpaying, you know. But you live and you learn. So this was a much different experience, having to go through the negotiating process every step of the way, and it was good because for the next one I hope to even be better. That's all we're trying to do, just get better. Yes. So all right, anyways, we're here. I got myself some crawling around gear. Nothing too fancy because I will be exploring at the other bar today, getting into some crawl spaces and storage and on all fours, checking equipment and underneath stuff. Get a first chance to look under the hood and kick the tires today. So first things first, at the bar, we're gonna get our bar set up 100% of the way. Under contract, first day in the building. Fuck it. Y'all coming with us on this whole adventure, our first expansion. The business is getting bigger. Hell, we'll make a playlist out of it. I saw a meme, I heard that's the international sound for time to take a break. Yeah. That. I'll see y'all in a minute. All right, so we're out at the bar. Shamar's first chance to walk through the property and see what we got going on. Put his list together. Figure out how to get another table in here. Yeah. I think 2 is the number. A lot of Stoli, they still got Kettle, a lot of Smirnoff, Bushmills, Canadian Hunter. Man, they got a lot of labels. And over here, pretty sure I wanted to put pull tabs there. Because some games here, some pull tab games right here. Because we don't need all that. And I will out of that. They're built in, so they're nice, but yeah, they're not cold. That's for sure. Not cold enough. Okay. That's good to know. And I'll find out about the camera system too. I keep seeing the cameras, but I'm just curious. What do you think of the overall decor with the beer signs on the wall, all that stuff? Is you okay with? Okay. So, somebody his size can clear it. So what I think the way to do it would be to have one table here and then a second table here. Because
maybe could put high tops.
exactly, square high tops along the back here, or we could even do what we did at our place and just put a bench, a rail. Could just be around there, and then people can just set their drinks. Stools underneath it. Yeah, it is. And then we'll turn the lights hanging this way, and so it won't block the view. But then we can have 2 teams in here, and then the dartboard would have to move. Yeah.
I like the tech.
Yeah, I think they're good 10-tackers. That's the only reason why I really dig them, is because they're in really good shape.
Yeah.
But
What's down there?
I think it's someone else's property. Looks like a road. All right, we're gonna treat the ceiling, but I can see it. Y'all can't see it yet. It's hard to tell now, but I can see it. I can see a food truck parked down here one day. I can see 3 trucks lined right there. I can see the gravel and the seating out here for people to enjoy the view. I can see it. It ain't there yet. That's what I'm saying. It's hard. You can't, some things you can't do anything about. Your location, your view, outdoor seating. Carriage is never going to have any of this. It's a little river, a little creek. Damn, I look fat.
You got a
Camera's
boat?
adding 10 pounds. What y'all think?
You got a boat. I like it. I like it. Lots of room for growth. Lots of opportunity. Lots of bringing our brand, make it ours. So you can, and then the dining room area is a lot bigger than I thought.
Then it was going to
And
be in
the
there?
kitchen is big.
Yeah, the kitchen.
So your address is somewhere.
Address says Bonnie Lake, but I feel like I'm waiting to hear back from the seller, but I feel like their city license is probably Bonnie Lake. Or
So
something.
you can see how that was open air, but they put the metal
posts.
up because it got broken into. And so then they were like, we're going to put the metal up, stop people from being able to, one, break the window and then get in.
Yeah, this is the Bonnie Lake sign right here.
Okay. No, yeah. That's not bad, though. So when you get to the bottom, can't you turn around and come back up?
Yeah.
Or people just are going and they're like, I ain't turning around. We're just going
Yeah, they're going to
turn.
Bonnie Lake Tavern. Yeah, which is up
Gotcha.
here. So that's what they do. They just, boom, on to the next one. But the thing is I'm not looking for the people going westbound. I'm content to just take the people who are going home up to Bonnie Lake
Yeah.
or Buckley. Just on your way home, swing on by.
Pizza.
Yeah, and a beer and kick back. That's what I'm trying to do.